In the last tutorial, we took a look at the grader report within the Gradebook. Now we're going to focus on the Categories and Items tab, which you should think of as the control panel for your Gradebook. This is how you will set up the Gradebook the way you want it in your course. Click the Categories and Items tab, and you'll find yourself looking at an editing page. Most likely, your page will only have the name of your course and an aggregation set to weighted mean of grades. In a later tutorial, we'll go over weighted mean of grades versus sum of grades. For now, let's take a look at settings that apply to everyone. My course already has categories and items set up, but let's add a new category. Categories are the general types of assignments you have in your course, such as tests, homework, papers, etc. At the bottom of the page, click Add Category. In this case, I'm going to name my category Labs. I'm going to keep all of the default settings the same and save my changes at the bottom of the page. Now at the bottom of the list, we can see the new category I've created. Let's create a grade item to go into this category. Think of your grade items as actual assignments, for example, Lab 1, Lab 2, etc. To create a grade item, click Add Grade Item at the bottom of the page. As before, give the item a name. The only other default I'll change here is my grade category. This way I can put it directly into my Labs category. Now you can see my grade item inside the Labs category. So far we've looked at the simple view of categories and items. Let's take a look at what you might need in full view. In the full view, you'll see that I have more options for controlling my gradebook. We're going to focus on the two options that are used most often. First, aggregate only non-empty grades. Notice this column is checked by default. Despite its strange title, this column really just tells Moodle what you want to do with blank grades. With the boxes in this column checked, Moodle doesn't count blank grades at all. If you uncheck the boxes and save your changes at the bottom of the page, Moodle will count all blank grades as zeros. This is an important difference in your gradebook. If you keep the boxes checked, you will need to manually enter all zeros. If you uncheck the boxes, anything you have not yet entered or graded will count against a student. I recommend unchecking this column only at the end of the semester to avoid confusing your students. The second column I want to take a look at is the Drop the Lowest column. By default, this starts out as 0 in each column, but this makes it easy for you to drop the lowest grades in any category or in your class as a whole. You can drop as many grades as you like just by entering the number and saving your changes at the bottom of the page.